I just got this code keyboard from M Audio recently, and I wanted to show you a few of the functions on it. I have all these different modes. I have XY mode, encoder, fader, button mode. And what I can do with these buttons is I can actually push them and toggle through. So right now, that's on MIDI. So I just have a plugin inside of Ableton Live, and then that's controlling functions inside the plugins. I can switch it out and I can go to note mode. So now it sends note value to a plugin. I can press it again and now I get HID mode. So I actually have mouse control in my software, and I have my X and Y button where I can use that to be left and right click. So in encoder mode, put that back to MIDI, encoder mode, I have Mackie Huey mode, so that's going to access all of the panning inside of whatever software I'm using. If I press it again, then I get MIDI mode, so I can use that to control different virtual instruments as well. I can go to fader mode, and I have both functions, right? So Mackie Huey is going to be fader control now, and MIDI will be different functions within whatever software I'm using. So I can take a look down at button mode, which is really cool. So inside of button mode, I can do MIDI again, just controlling my plugins. I can do Mackie Huey mode, and when I'm in Mackie Huey, what I do is I hold down Shift, and I can press my F1 button, and that will toggle for whatever function I want for my Mackie Huey mode. If I do it again, I get this HID mode. I can actually put down ASCII key commands inside of the keyboard, and it's really straightforward to do. What I do is I go to my edit section and I press whichever button I want to edit. And then I go and I say, okay, I want to look at data 1. So for data 1, I have S right now. I can change that, but I do want it on S. I can go look at data 2 and I have command. Again, I can change that as well. So that's going to be saving my session for me. Let's get an edit mode there. So I also have this zone control mode over here. Right now I have it so it's just playing one plugin throughout. If I press my zone mode, now I get different splits going into my software. So I have that string sound, I have that Rhodes, but still with the effect on it. And then I have some synth, and then I have some organ up top. So the way that I set that up is I held down zone and whichever one I wanted to work on, and then I can set my range. So I can say, okay, from C to A, and I just go through and set all those different ranges with the keys. If I want to set the different channels inside of here, what I do is I go and hold down whichever zone I'm in. So again, we're just going to do zone 1, and we're going to let it select that. I press channel, and now I can select with using my arrow keys whichever channel I want to send the MIDI information from that particular channel down. I can go through and do that with all 4 zones. And so on the other end of the software, you can see that I have it set up. So this is all receiving down different MIDI channels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then MIDI channel 10 is receiving off of my pads on the left. So that's really how you set it up. So let's get out of there and just turn on a zone. There we go. So now I have all the zones set up. So now I can perform with it. I have the APC 40 Mark II, and that's going to control my clips inside of Ableton Live. And then I have my MPC, which just has my drum rhythm, so it's going to control that as well. So let's do a little playing. It's a really fun keyboard. It allows me to have deep access inside of my software, and being able to set up the controls just myself means I can customize it. After I save it in my preset, I just load it up and go with it. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave it in the comment section down below. Thanks.